Hi guys, welcome to us checking out more Next Fest demos. We're going to be looking at this one here called Advent Dawn. It is a visual novel. It is some kind of survival story. We hope it isn't. It is not containing certain themes that are not suitable for Twitch, because if they do, this VOD is never going to see the light of day. But if you see it, it doesn't. So keep watching with confidence. This is. Let's put the store entry up as I always like to do. It's by Spire Games, and yeah, this is the visual novel that we're going to be checking out. We're probably going to just check out about a half hour to 40 minutes of this. We have a lot of demos to get through today, but it's like a mystery sci-fi based game, and apparently it's a survival situation. So the artwork looks pretty damn good. It really does, I gotta say. So let's get into it real quick and see, we'll see what we got. I'll show the options real quick right now in the demo. Of course, bear in mind it's a demo in production game. We are probably going to see some issues. There are some voice acting with some of the dialogue, and with some of it that isn't voice acted, it has these blips that happen. I guess we'll see what that means in due course. You have full screen and windowed. You can have like skipping of scenes, or skipping all. Then you can stop the skip after choices or keep the skip going, so you can configure things a little bit. Yeah, let's get started. So for default settings, recommended voice lines are prioritized with non-voiced lines defaulting to voice blips. Mouth animations, voices, and character text blips are automatically synced, which is interesting. These settings can be changed at any time. Sorry as well if you hear a background buzzing. The landscape has decided to show up and they're going past with leaf blowers. I can't do a thing about that, sorry. It just rained and snowed as well for like a good hour this morning, and then they showed up to clear the leaves. Good luck, guys! I don't know where the heck I need to put my camera. That isn't in the way of stuff. Voice blips is an Animal Crossing mumbling, maybe, or it might just be a beep 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 kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. Welcome to the Advent Dawn demo. The preview covers the opening and the inciting event that sparks the story mystery. I don't really know how long this is. It'd be nice if we can get through that in the 40-ish minutes I've allocated for this. The prologue, excuse me. Ugh. I overslept this morning and I haven't had time to really clear the pipes yet. The prologue is skipped here to drive straight to the scenario. So there will be a prologue. This isn't the very beginning of the game. Interesting. Why is... There we go, I clicked and nothing happened. The full version includes the complete cast, puzzles, the content omitted from this demo, and the branching paths through the cave and their ends. So there's going to be branching stories. Enjoy this early glimpse into the darkness ahead. Spire Games.
So, you've decided to descend anyway.
Is that loud enough for everybody, by the way? I did drop the volume because the music was pretty loud in the intro, in the menu.
I do hope you do not regret that decision for the horror that awaits.
The horror. The horror. It's fine? Okay, good. I mean, that sounds like a whispery voice as well. But yeah, the volume level was pretty high in the actual game at max volume, so compared to some others. You can hear the whispering fine? Nice. 6 years later, present day, June 27th, 2066. Line, current, Zeta. We have to queue. Poke, poke. Doink, doink. Huh? Stop with the poking. What is that? Cut it out already, I'm trying to sleep here. Door opens 6 years later. What is that door? Whoa. Are we on like a cruise ship or something? Or what is this? Huh? I noticed there is... Oh, man. I can't move my camera anywhere that doesn't cover anything. I'm going to put it here. There's like a timer here and a day one. And I wonder if this has more of a Persona-y, like, time management aspect as well. Like, there's a calendar-based system. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm still on the ship. I must have dozed off at some point. Hi, Xena. I mean... What's this girl's deal? Now, I was concerned that there might be some adult content when I saw this. Let's keep going just in case. Can I help you with something other than, you know, providing you with something to poke?
Hey, are you a scientist?
What's that to you? Yeah, the blips are more, that's like really old school, like noises that, you know, old games used to have.
Just answer the question.
You seriously woke up a stranger on a boat just to ask him that?
I mean, why not? Life's too short to hold back the questions you want to ask.
Life's also too short to not get him more nap time. Totally mature stuff. No, Urana, this is fine. I know I'm covering up the top of the guy's head. Trust me, his hair's kind of like mine anyways. No, it isn't. Like mine when I was a kid. When I was young and I had more of it. And it wasn't, you know, white almost. Surely it can't be that short.
Well, we're literally the only two people on this boat, in case you didn't notice.
Ooh, this really does sound like it's going in a funny direction already. Just the two of us here? No. Well, yeah.
I've been busting to ask you this entire time. Then you had the audacity to fall asleep on me.
How dare he? Huh, funny, I didn't even notice there was anyone else on here. She's like murder mode engaged.
So what's your answer already?
Personal space.
Keep me waiting.
I see. The allure of the lab coat is intoxicating to the female. Oh my. Don't turn into like a Ferengi over here. Female. It's tempting, but unfortunately waking up a stranger on a boat like this doesn't scream stable. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll find the right guy.
Not that. It's actually quite hard to score a date with me.
All he noticed before were those two. Yeah, no, stop. Don't finish that sentence. Damn phone correcting. The white coat. Oh, wear coat. Wear white. I don't know what you meant to say. Oh, alright, no, I see the rest of the thing now. Yeah, got what coat? That means it's doctor or white coat. Yeah, so your phone overcorrected. Now I caught up. I'm still half asleep, guys. Like this guy. I woke up myself today feeling like this guy. Like, what's going on? I don't know.
The scientist question, remember?
Honestly, what do you think? You really think I would wear a lab coat purely for fun?
Actually, yeah, I kinda do.
Why not?
That. Why would you wear a coat on a tropical island?
I'm cold. Damn, she got me there. I mean, I am a real scientist, but it's true that I don't need to wear my coat for this. Like, yeah, you know, it's like, but the artists only designed the one character template, so I guess I'm wearing my white lab coat for the entire game. But I can't tell her it's just for the ego either. She's got me cornered. Oh, and what about you? Surely you didn't need to wear something so revealing on the island.
Nope, I sure didn't. I just wear this because it makes me feel good.
You're half asleep too, but in another way, because it's almost sleep time. Well, it is late for you there, yeah.
Same as what you're doing with your coat, right?
Damn, she sure is perceptive, I'll give her that.
Anyways, I think I've screwed around with you long enough. You're Dr. Atlas Everly, right?
You knew anyway, why'd you wake me there? I'm going back to sleep. This girl's crazy. How'd you, Name tag! I knew it. There's some of the missing voice acting. Remember guys, it's in development still. We didn't actually, when does this game come out? I forgot to look at that. Oh, coming soon, no release date. Okay, so they're still pretty early in their development, I would guess, and they're still recording lines. You weren't the only one summoned to the island, you know. Besides, the lab coat kinda gave it away. Right. I take it you've also been summoned to be part of the research expedition, then? Yep, sure have. Oh, great. We're gonna be working together, yay. And I guess I should introduce myself. Name's Amelia Miller. Nice to meet you, Doc. You don't strike me as a scientist. What's your role in the expedition? Tomb raiding? No, I'm no scientist. My role is to keep an eye on you lot and make sure you don't land us in any trouble. Your security. Protection, that kind of thing. Hey, Blood, how's it going? What is this game? Yeah, what is this game? Man, I dropped a whole bunch of frames back there as well. I don't know when that happened. Probably while I was switching between things. Didn't overheat, that's good though. This is a game called Advent Dawn. It is a currently in development visual novel about people who get caught in some survival situation. It's sci-fi, it's set in 2066, so yeah. We're just getting into it though. Other than that, I don't really know enough about it. We're kind of going to discover it. And we're going to look at another 3 or 4 demo, or another 2 or 3 demos rather today if we get time. I think we just hit the jetty. We hit the jetty. Did we not stop at the jetty? We just crashed into it? After removing our luggage, we watched the boat recede into the distant blue. A sense of relief washed over me, having finally arrived. The sun's rays and an endless ocean before me rejuvenate me. It almost feels like I've arrived for a tropical holiday. It's been a long journey to get here. 2 flights preceded our voyage by the sea. It's not a mature visual novel. Well, it said there are themes that people might find unsettling, but I think that's more of a trigger warning, like, you know, survival situation, hard choices, death, things like that. So it was a specially chartered boat ride. The team on the island hired out a ferry from Tongatapu to get us here. It's impossible to get here otherwise. The island is almost as remote as it can get. Why the serious face? I'm just thinking, now that I'm here, I realize how far away from everything we are. It's a weird feeling. So, place your bets. Is this Jurassic Park or is this Skull Island? What are we dealing with here? Is King Kong running around here, you know, killing, like, whatever they were called, the deep lurkers or some stuff? I don't know, whatever that guy called them. Not used to being away from home, Doc? I'm certainly not used to being this far from home. I take one more step, it'll be the furthest away from home I've ever been. Even so, the scenery doesn't get much better than this. Suddenly the girl before me stops paying attention, her eyes start darting to the space behind me. So, could you do me a favor and play along? Oh, let me guess, she sees an ex-boyfriend and wants to make him jealous. Is that what's happening? What are you talking about? Play along with what? If you want to make it through this, just play along with me, okay? Is it the beach episode already? It is, and then we're going to do the hot springs episode afterwards. I'm thinking more like a Neon Movie Island, or that Chef movie, or The Menu. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I still haven't seen that yet, and I really want to do it. It's on Disney Plus. I should watch it. It looks really good. Oof. You got back into Assassin's Creed 2 days ago. Really? Which one? Which one are you playing? So what's she going on about, and what's up with the freaky smile of hers? Just as I try to decode her nonsense, an unfamiliar voice beckons me back over my shoulder.
Well, it seems you've finally arrived, Dr. Evans.
Oh, it's Fabian. Hello. Fabian, I take it?
It's a pleasure to meet you in the flesh.
Oh, Black Flag. Good choice.
I take it you had no problems with your travels?
No, everything was taken care of just like you promised.
Good. That is good news indeed.
Where are the references? I do feel like the music's a bit overbearing. Is that good enough? Yeah, I'd say that's good enough. This man sure has a strange way about him. I have to say that now I'm here, it's dawning on me how strange this all is.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes
Personal space.
stranger than fiction, wouldn't you say?
These people love just like, yeah, hi. Getting in your face. Wow. Well, that's one way to put it. I've been anxious to hear why you needed someone like me all the way out here. Seems a little strange for a company as large as yours.
Indeed. I understand why it would seem so.
Yeah, Edward Kenway was a very interesting character. I liked him. He was pretty good. He kind of just got dragged into all that stuff and like, well, okay, I guess we're doing this.
As I've said, I will tell you everything you need to know in due time. The research here is of a sensitive nature.
You've talked a big game, I'll give you that. About Beach Hot Springs episodes, there's way too much of fan service in Japanese anime nowadays, even with the worst animation in the old days. It's getting sad to see the state of the anime industry. Well, they're kind of pandering to it, yeah. They're like, we've got to do it, we've got to do one. You know, like... I think a couple of ones I've seen, though, have done it with a level of so much self-awareness that it becomes almost satire in itself, and maybe it's kind of acceptable then. But when they just do it, and they're just doing it for the sake of doing it, it's like, don't do it for the sake of doing it. It feels weird. On the other side, new booming Chinese animation market. I've noticed, yeah, there's a lot on the website I watch my anime through, and it's like, wow, there's tons of Chinese stuff coming through this last year. And it's amazing what they do. They look good. Haven't watched any yet, but they look good. You're considering cosplaying as Edward Kenway. You should do that. Do that, absolutely, and show us pictures if you do. I guess my mind back to Fabian's promised research samples that are scientific game changer. He kept almost all of the details vague, but I now understand the meaning of an offer too good to refuse.
Perhaps it is hard to believe, but I can assure you, what you're about to see will far exceed your expectations.
From what you've heard, they don't pay animators well in Japan. A lot of them have run to China for the work. Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. And kind of sad, unfortunately, that they're not paying them well. It's such a big industry, you know, and has been for years. There's no excuse. There's plenty of money in it. Either way, as long as you pay what you promised, even if the research is still a bust, it'll mean the trip was worth it.
Indeed.
Indeed. Oh, this guy's voice, I really want to punch him. Oh my god. Vivian's eyes momentarily drifted away from me as he looked suspiciously at the woman silently standing to his left.
And you there, who might you be?
Oh, so they don't know each other. Hello there, my name's Amelia, I'm the doc's assistant. Oh no. Did she sneak here? She's like, oh, I'm here to make sure you're all kept out of trouble, as though she got hired. She hasn't been hired. Oh shit, she snuck in. She's what? Is that so? Dr. Everly, you never advised me you were bringing an assistant. It far exceeded your expectations. Good for you, I didn't have any. Yeah. There's plenty of money in the industry, that's why the wrong people are taking it over and squeezing it. Well, that's, yeah, when people see money to be had, they don't like giving it away, unfortunately, like as in paying people for their services. But that's when they lose, and eventually all the talent leaves. Surprise, surprise, but they don't care because there's stuff in their pockets now and getting their golden parachute ready, so... Yep. Amelia's eyes bore through my soul. What should I do? She told me to play along, but she could be some crazed nutjob for all I know. Is she here to ruin the research? Is she a terrorist? Is she a rival? What the heck am I supposed to do? Is she here for espionage? I'm gonna play along anyway, just for fun, because this ain't a serious playthrough. I'm not committing, because this game isn't finished yet. I should play along, at least until I can figure out what her deal is. The look she gave me before was seriously scary. She might kill me. But if I'm going to do this, I've at least got a little offer, got to offer a little payback with my story. Sorry, my assistant is a seriously clingy individual. Wildly in love with me, you see. I wasn't intending on bringing her, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. I hope that'll be okay. She's like, I love it. She's like, good man. He's like, great, that means I get to cling to you, and I'm going to enjoy that. And we're going to be like, oh shit, I give her a reason to constantly hold my arm. Damn, she doesn't seem upset by the story at all. Is that so? I'd prefer it if you would have told me beforehand, but far be it for me to get in the way of young love. One-sided love, unrequited, I can assure you. Anyway, we should begin making our way to the site. This visual novel has more life in animation than some I've animated today. I'd say the artwork in it is good so far, yeah. We begin to make our way with our bags down the winding path through the trees, no sign of civilization, with the air about us feeling thick and oppressive. There's something strange about this forest. Yeah, the spread and shape of the trees somehow feels wrong. Loam brushed. I'm not sure why I feel this way. Something in the air here in my stomach stirs an unnamed feeling. You'll find many things on the island are unusual, Dr. Everly. This island was long considered cursed by the local peoples, never to be visited for fear of possession from the evil spirits that dwell here. Although I don't believe in such things myself, I must say there certainly is something eerie about the place. The island, what is it really? What about it warrants paying someone like me such a large sum of money to research it, and why all the secrecy? Even the name and the exact location have been hidden from me, with all the travel arrangements handled by Fabian's company, Aperta. Why would a pharmaceutical company like his be so interested in such a remote place? Are they developing some new medicine, or is there another reason? All I know is that we're several hours boat ride from Tongatapu in the South Pacific, and that's about it. Telling y'all, it's Skull Island. Kong is right over that ridge there. I've been asked not to press for information while I'm here, so I won't bring it up now. Hopefully the answers will present themselves while I'm here. That's weird though, they want him to work here as a researcher, but he's not allowed to ask questions. You understand how this works, right? In any case, that's why you're here, to get to the bottom of what's causing all this. Causing what? Well, what we found was a surprise to us all. We are trying to ensure we keep the team here small. For the moment, you will be the only neuroscientists here. We're neuroscientists. We're not like botanists or something. Neuroscience. Why do they need a neuroscientist here? The biology team was sent elsewhere due to a lack of progress. Rounding another corner, we hear approaching footsteps. Hold on. Amelia flashes into a fighting stance when suddenly, whoo! God, these people love just getting in your grill. Back off there, VR girl. An unfamiliar young woman bounds into us from the corner, letting out a startled cry as she almost runs into us. In response, Amelia's tensing up, assuming a battle stance, opposing the stunned girl in front of us.
Who are you? And what are you doing sneaking up on us?
No, she didn't sneak up on us, she ran into us. There's a difference there, Amelia.
Huh? Can someone tell me what the hell is going on? Why is this crazy lady trying to kill me?
What?
She's clingy.
A lady?
You know what yandere is, right?
You know.
That's the issue you have with what she just said.
Quite the feisty assistant you've got there, Dr. Everly.
Like I said, clingy.
Have to keep an eye on
Protective. Slightly murderous even, maybe.
Be at ease, Miss Miller. This here is Lyra Blythe.
Talking about eerie stuff in visual novels, I remember you playing one visual novel that was like that. It was called Sayano I haven't really played very many visual novels on this channel. I don't think that was me. I don't remember that one. You remember what it was about? But that doesn't ring a bell to me. You might be confusing me with another one. But otherwise, the only visual novels I've really played on this channel, other than I guess this and maybe another demo one here and there, would be the Ace Attorney games. Oh, you meant you played it. Oh, you remember playing, not remember me playing a visual novel. I misread that, sorry. Yeah, you played it. And how was it? What was it about?
She's on technical support. She'll be aiding us in our tech and mapping the terrain on our journey.
Gee, I never would have guessed she was the techie. What with the VR headset and the, like, strap. Ah! Whoa! Getting jiggy with the gift subs. Duffman, thank you for gifting a sub. That went to Yuri as well. Awesome. I don't know if he's here and lurking. If he is, I'm sure he appreciates that. Awesome. Thank you so much there for that support, Duffman. That's brilliant. And the bot's kicking in finally. Now it's registered it. Since I don't always have time, but I want to support you, I hope Yuri comes along in here and there. Thank you so much. And I'm sure he will appreciate the gift sub as well. Any support, even just turning up, is enough support for me. But that's always appreciated. Thank you. Amelia backs off with a slow nod of assent as the simmering tone begins to die down.
So you're Dr. Atlas Everly? I'm a fan of your work. We all use your neural chips here.
That's not surprising. Almost everyone does.
Oh my, the claws. Put them away there, Amelia. I'm gonna side with Lyria. I like how there was a little relationship point thing happening there. Well, it's refreshing to meet someone who's clearly such a fine judge of quality. Something sorely missed in this world, if my recent experience on a certain boat is anything to go by. So it's about a boy in a hospital, some illness that made him see the whole world and people as fleshy substances, and he saw a normal-looking girl at the hospital, totally normal. That does sound disturbing and creepy. Like, huh? Oh my gosh. Might have to look into that one. I tend not to play as many of these on this channel, mostly because of all the reading out loud, and eventually it starts to kill my throat. But yeah, I do like playing some. So Lyria, you're mapping the terrain, huh?
That's right. That's what this device here is for.
Is it like a LiDAR system? Points to the AR goggles fixed to her head. Pretty old tech, but I imagine she has a good reason for the old hardware. Yes, she's a tech hipster. She loves her old tech, like retro tech.
Layout of our journey in real time. You can view the updated map data by clicking the magnifying glass icon on your neural interface below.
Oh, that's your map? That's yeah, you need to get an upgrade. I mean, this is just not exactly what I would call detailed. I like this though. There is a key here that like has multiple jump points, and then this right here is a multiple choice point. There's be like a puzzle piece for puzzles, an X for a dead end, so we can kind of jump around the map when we get more space, more locations. Amelia will remember that. Yeah, she will. So it's not linearly like pushing you from one place to another. I guess you can actually elect to go to places. A bit Ace Attorney-like then. Like, we're going to go here now. We're going to go over there. I see. So it's a big part of the journey that we need a map, huh?
Depending how far we go in our research, it could be. Don't worry. We'll be doing a full briefing down there once everyone has gathered together. If you can wait until then, everything will be clear.
I don't like the way she said everything will be clear. There was a certain menace to that. Lyria speaks with a tone that's sharp and sweet, kind and direct, making it hard to reply in a way, any way but agreement. Fair enough. Patience isn't my strong suit, but I guess it can't be helped.
I take it you being here means preparations are complete?
Yes, sir. Everything is now ready to take them down to the base.
Excellent.
Follow me. I'll lead the way.
Yes, let's go into the Forbidden Cave. Our pace slows as the trail finally reaches its end. This is it. In that cave. She's trying to blow her own cover. I give a light shove of my elbow into Amelia's back. I hope she takes the hint to stop asking stupid questions. She's got me involved now, so we're both in trouble if she blows this. Yeah. How else would we get there? Don't mind her, she's just afraid of the dark. What? Slightly claustrophobic. Anyway, don't we have some headlamps and protective gear to put on first? No need. At least not yet. Yeah, let's go. You'll see soon. Oh no. After a short walk illuminated by Lyra's flesh... I'm not gonna finish that word. And we'll try again, shall we? After a short walk illuminated by Lyra's flashlight, we stop at the... I'm doing a good enough job turning this into an entirely different visual novel myself. We stop at a site of a metal structure. That door. Don't open it. It'll skip time 6 years again. I know. A door. That's right. That's why you don't need any equipment yet. This is an elevator that'll take us down to the bottom of the first pit. A pit. That sounds really good. Excellent. Let's go there. Yeah, her what? No. Flashlight. What else? What did you think I was going to say? What did you think my brain was about to spit out from the depths of its sludgy, gross pit-like aperture there? Yeah. That's where our base is, and that's where we can get you fitted with the equipment for the rest of the journey. Why isn't your base on the surface? Have you ever heard of a base camp at Mount Everest? I think so. Base camp is located part way up the mountain. It's a better idea to have the supplies at close proximity to where the real journey begins. True enough. So basically he's saying it's more convenient to have everything stored close to the research. Besides, this way it keeps everything out of sight of prying eyes, he said with a mischievous grin. So that's where we're going, huh? Conflicted look passes over Amelia's face. Come on, hop in. Although the door to get in was narrow, the elevator widens to a large steel cage. We begin our slow descent, and through the gaps in the steel cage, I see the exposed rock face streaming upwards. I'm going to say as well, a narrow door into a much larger vessel like that can carry a lot of people, obviously, is made for not cargo, but for many people at once. Having a narrow point of entry is a fire hazard. Porting this place to OSHA when I get back. Somehow looks to be flowing like a gentle stream. We're all silent, and in the darkness, the mood somehow turns somber. Is that the result of the imposing darkness? I guess we're all products of our environment, with each carrying its own mood. No prying eyes, invited 2 ladies into the dark room, everything is fine. Yeah, What kind of research are we doing down here, Doctor? Oh, you'll see. Something about the beach on a sunny day seems playful, or a windswept hill feels like a call to adventure, yet as we sink into the depths it almost feels exposing. Ooh. It's as if we're getting closer to the heart of the earth, to a core of existence us humans have no right to. We're going down into the hollow earth, guys. We all know what's down there. Godzilla lives down here. This darkness contains secrets. I can just feel it. Yet, at the same time, there's a claustrophobic feeling of unwelcome.
You are right to fear this place.
Damn it, whisper, stay out of my brain. Huh? What was that?
It's too late to turn back now.
Oh, it's too late. I look around. Everyone's still standing in silence. None of them appear to have tried to speak to me. Hey, did somebody say something just now? God. Damn it, Urana, there is not a casting couch down here, okay? No response, puzzled looks. I like how this loop has to black out every now and then re-loop. Oh, I guess nobody did, huh? Did anyone else hear like a whispering sound? You feeling okay, Doc? Really? What? Their puzzled looks make it clear nobody else heard a thing. In fact, did I really hear something just now? It's quiet in this place, and I did just let my thoughts run away from me. Shouldn't have used the brain microchips. Musk is whispering into his brain. Oh no.
Buy more Cybertrucks. Invest in Dogecoin.
No! Stop it, Elon. I've read that unfamiliar environments can play tricks on the mind. I guess I just imagined it. After waiting in the silence for another minute or so and hearing nothing else, I decided to put it out of mind. What else can I do? If I dwell on it, I'll just freak myself out, and probably over nothing. Instead, I switch my focus and decide to ask the pressing questions. Yeah, we've been on this thing for a while now. How far does this thing go? It's not far, it's just really slow. It's like moving 1 inch every 10 minutes. Like, oh. Impressive, isn't it? This initial drop is almost 300 meters. 300 meters? Mind-boggling, isn't it? The largest straight pitch in the world is 600 meters, but anything above 50 meters makes it absurdly rare. Of course, this pit doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of how vast this cave is. Told you, Hollow Earth. Godzilla, creepy monsters. Kong, up there, looking for us. How vast is that? Nobody knows? We haven't come close to fully mapping it all. Huh? Gadzooks. Yeah, 300 meters with that slow pace? Yeah, we're going to be here a while. We have somebody in chat who actually works underground in mining facilities with us, so tell us, is that actually impressive, or are they just spitting out, like, what sounds like big numbers? We're here. I have an elevator at work that goes 1,000 meters in a few minutes. Okay, so very rare indeed, apparently. 300 meters. Ooh. As we exit the elevator, before us lies the unending darkness of a cave illuminated only by Lyra's flashlight. We begin to advance slowly down the tunnel. I can feel how cut off we are from the surface world. This is another world, a world of darkness unfamiliar to the light. For that reason, I almost feel like we're intruders breaking through the natural environment by our presence. That's nuts. That's quite a lot when you think about it. Like a kilometer underground. Holy shit. That's quite deep. Yeah, I think they were meaning for natural caves. Sure, that's kind of what I understood he meant, was like this was a pit. Not a shaft that they've dug. This is a pit. As in, like, it's a natural formation of a 300 meter vertical straight down. Not like a meandering cave passage that goes deep down. So maybe that's what they meant. Okay, so we continue to advance down the straight tunnel, Lyra leading us with her flashlight, whilst I take the back of the pack. The flashlight is... Sorry, I have a speech impediment that makes me need to say it like flashlight to make sure I don't say it wrong. So the flashlight is our lifeline until we get to the base, with its light turning the rock face pale yellow that could otherwise be endless grey and black. Why didn't they string some lights along here? I think that might have been... You know, you had plenty of time to do that. Y'all built a great-ass elevator that takes you all the way down this pit, and you didn't string some lights to the actual base? And put a few signs up? Oosh. Yes, flashlight. Absolutely. That's how we pronounce that word. No other way. Because that's an entirely different thing that doesn't belong in this game. Tunnel is far larger than I would have expected in this deep underground. We continue our silent march for some time. It almost feels like a sacred silence that none dare to break, like the vast pause at the ending of the choir as the priest slowly makes his way to the pulpit. Yet, as the minutes stream by in this seemingly endless passageway, something catches my eye. Ooh. Out of the direct reach of the light is a tiny crystalline orb. It sits upon the ground near the cave wall. That is a crystal dragon egg. We shall not be touching it. We do not want to hatch a crystal dragon. Okay. Perhaps an orb isn't the right word for it. It's about the size of a small grape. It's a baby crystal. It's a pygmy crystal dragons, you know, really tiny. Subspecies. We thought they'd be impressive. Yo, and the 3-stream streak from Yuri. Hey, how's it going? We're doing good here. We're playing a visual novel called Advent Dawn. Is that right? Yes, Advent Dawn. And it's a demo of an in-progress game. And we're going to check out at least 2 to 3 more demos if we get chance today. I want to give this about 45 minutes to an hour each. So we'll see how many we get through. So I'm surprised I even noticed in the darkness, particularly given the large size of the tunnel, yet something about it seems out of place, like a lone flower in an otherwise empty field. This is my chance to get it. I'll likely be doing this research under supervision, and if these crystalline formations are as special as Fabian leads me to believe, this might be my only chance to get one to take back with me. I need a souvenir, guys, damn it. Everybody wants a souvenir. This is the equivalent of stealing like a box of paper clips from the office or something. I'm like, I'll just have that. Boink. I glance ahead. I'm at the back of the pack, so it should make it easy to get it without anybody noticing. I take out a small specimen container from my lab coat, ready for the orb. It has mature stuff in it. Themes like, I guess, you know, trigger type themes like, you know, survival and death and stuff like that. And me occasionally almost slipping up and pronouncing one word like something entirely different that belongs in not safe for work rated games. Quick, put it into prison wallet, smuggle it. No, you don't want to put it up there. What if it grows? What if all it needs is a bit of moisture and it grows? We don't do that kind of stuff. We have a specimen container, it's fine. I remove it from the ground and there's a slight resistance. Almost felt like removing it from the rock was plucking fruit from a tree. Yeah, see, it's got roots. I'm not putting that somewhere precious and squidgy and attached to my person. Tipping it in, I close the lid and slip it into my pocket and quickly dash to catch up to the rest. As I make it back to the group, Fabian turns around, apparently having heard the sound of my arriving footsteps. Yeah, I just needed to tie my shoelace. I walk past Fabian as if nothing had happened. A strange sense of unease hangs over me, but it's not because I took the sample. It's this place. Fabian was right. There is something off about it. You okay, Atlas? Lyra turns to me, genuine warmth radiating from her expression. I must have had a silly look on my face again. Huh? I looked that pathetic just now, did I? Don't worry about me, I'm fine. Just lost in thought. That's good. You do that quite a bit, don't you? I guess so. Is that obvious? I only met her an hour ago, so that's no good. Yeah, several times already it seemed like he was somewhere far away. I've always been like that, a little spacey. I get caught up in my head about all kinds of stuff. I can't help but come up with all kinds of theories about basically everything I see, but I won't bore her with the details. Back in school, I'd get in trouble for zoning out, but I've learned to put my wandering mind to good use. Is that why you became a neuroscientist? It'd take a certain type of person to concern himself with studying brains. Huh, I guess. There were a bunch of reasons, but most of all, it just suits me. Well, if it makes you feel any better, you're not the only one zoning out around here. Even now, I'm running through my mind of how I'm going to reconfigure the network down here. Massive headache to solve. You get a connection down here? We're limited to wired connections, and even they are only in a few rooms. The rock doesn't let a wireless signal penetrate, unfortunately. Right. So 2066 and we've still not figured that one out. It also means the neural chips of yours aren't going to work down here. But how will I whisper into everybody's brains? That's fine. It might be good to have a break from all the noise anyway. What kind of noise would that... If that chip gives you noise, it's probably a bad idea to have in the beginning. While Lyra and I are talking, Fabian, who was walking by himself a few paces forward, stops to allow us all to catch up as he injects himself into the conversation. So, Elijah, you're okay to be working by yourself on the project for a while? I suppose, but where's the rest of the research team? You're it! We still have our geologist on hand, but we're in between biology teams at the moment. What happened to them? How badly did they die? We'll have them replaced in several weeks. In the meantime, you can get started on your side of the work. Do you mind if I ask why you need a neuroscientist for works in a cave? This is all kinds of badness. Fabian allows Lyra to continue ahead as he draws close, speaking in a low whisper-like voice as he leans in toward my ear. It will all become clear, Dr. Everly. Just wait until we reach the lab. I will say, though, if you can keep us help us crack this research, it'll be the most important discovery of your lifetime. It'll far eclipse your work and on those neurochips, as important as that was. Just imagine the fame and wealth that will be yours if you're able to crack this for us. There is something in Fabian's manner that puts me off, and the fact that he continues to use the word crack. Stop that, you're making me very uncomfortable. Sure, those things would be nice, but the way he speaks of it makes my skin crawl. I guess that's just a businessman, though. As long as I get paid and the science is interesting, that's enough for me. I'll do my best. Feeling the need to distance myself from Fabian, I began to press ahead to catch up to the others, who seemed to be engaged in a conversation of their own. But as I begin to move forward, I notice something is wrong. Uh-oh. Did I just lose my balance? What is happening? Everyone around me seems to be trembling. My feet can't even stay steady on the ground. This has to be me, right? I'm about to faint or something. Are all my senses just going haywire? Look, oh my god, I'm having a case of the vibrations again. Too much coffee. That's what this is. He's just powering up. Speaking of, I am now officially out of coffee. Switching to the water. No, can't be that. There's noise. Just quick natural quake, nothing big. Yeah. I look over to my left. The look on Fabian's face tells me all I need to know. What? No! No! Is this an earthquake? What the hell? It can't be. We just arrived. Why would that matter? But an earthquake is happening now. We just arrived. Like, yeah, so the earth will shake when it wants to, Doc. Why does he think... I don't get that line. Why would that matter? What are the chances of that? Cave in! Run! We've got to get somewhere more secure. Lyra's voice jolts me out of my whirlwind of panicked thoughts that had me frozen in place. Also, considering they said to use flashlights and there's no lights, they might have misspelled it. Now isn't the time to be contemplating how ridiculous this situation seems. I've got to get somewhere safe. Right, let's get out of here. Amelia and Lyra, I keep want to call it Lyria. Lyra. Or Lyra. Lyra? I don't know. I can't remember how they pronounced it when they were voice acting. I'm probably saying it differently every time. I don't know. Lead the way in a dash, leaving Fabian and myself to scramble to keep our balance and keep up with them. Well, you know what they say, women and children first. We make a decisive dash straight down the passageway, abandoning our bags in the process. Not my bag! My things are in there. All my clean underwear. And after this, I might need a change. Lyra and Amelia are surprisingly nimble and sure-footed despite the shaking earth. Debris and small rocks rain down on us, as does the groaning noise of straining earth. Panic follows every step. My heart feels like it's going to burst through my chest. My mouth goes dry as the cold shock of realization hits me. The situation is deadly serious. This can't be real. I might get trapped down here, and if I can't find a way to escape, but those damn rocks encircle me in every direction. Damn it, I can't get out! I can't get out! My world suddenly bursts, blurs for a moment. I lose touch with my surroundings in the midst of the panic. Damn it, keep your head. This isn't the time for a panic attack. I need to stay calm. I have to breathe. I begin to regain my focus as I hear a cry ring out from the right beside me. Oh, that's bad. It sounded like Fabian. A rock must have struck him. Damn it. I've lost sight of him. Our light source is dwindling. Lyra is getting too far ahead. Shouldn't we have all had shouldn't we have all had a flashlight? I think we should have all had one. What should I do? Yeah, stop and look for him. Let's be a bro. I can't just leave him behind. Damn it, we leave no man behind. I dash back and in the darkness, my legs kick into something soft. Fabian? Dr. Everly, why did... Terror saturates his voice. He clearly injured. I'm not sure where, but it looks like he can't move. He's probably trying to say something like, "Why did you attack me?" or something. And I'll be like, "I did what?" It's the damn chip in my brain. A demon has possessed it. Here, put your arm around me. I tried to pick him up, but he's heavy. I can't rush this. Come on, I need your help here. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. He's manic. Then help me, damn it! Ooh, and we both get squished. Splat. Huh? Where did all the noise go? Why do I have blood in my eyes? What's the sticky stuff on my shirt? Damn it, I'm so tired. I have to rescue Fabian after my nap. Did I die? You chose poorly. You hit a dead end! Jump back to the most recent choice. Yes. Okay, we look like we're playing Beacon Pines again. Oh, that was bad. You shouldn't have done that. Sorry, Fabian, you are dead, bro. I am going to go. Yeah, quakes don't last so long. Normally, I was wondering that, like, this is going on for a while. Like, shit. There's plenty of time for him to get into some, like, internal exposition about his current state of mind and how panicked he is and how he shouldn't have a panic attack, and to then kind of calm himself in the middle of all this. It's like, I think this would have stopped by now. This might not be a quake, though. This could be something happening in the cave that's just perpetual. Giant tunnel worms is my guess. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah. I'm about to run out of light, and I'm going to be dead if I go back. Best bet is to catch up with Amelia and Lyra so we can come back with light once the cave in has subsided. If he's lucky, he won't get hit by large debris or, squished entirely. I keep my sprint steady despite the panic threatening to steal my breath. I can't fall too far behind. Their flashlight is my lifeline down here. This darkness is too threatening to get lost in. Even the momentary thought of it is too horrible to dwell on. This fear drives further power into my legs. Waves of rippled earth pass by me despite powerful tremors that threaten to throw me off balance entirely. No, that's what I'm saying. It's not normal for it to go for so long, meaning something extra is behind it for sure. Yeah, no, I got that. I was just saying, like, that was my thought as well, is this is not a normal earthquake. This has to be something else for sure, yeah. Like, they've probably got some kind of, like, thing down here that is losing containment or something, and it's, like, breaking free. My initial salvation arrives, I catch up to the light source, and with it, Amelia and Lyra. It's still coming. Yeah, like, she's also cottoning on, like, why is this still going on? This isn't an earthquake. Lyra exclaims as she looks to the falling debris to her side mid-dash. Seems they hadn't even realized I'd fallen behind. Just how long is this going to last? I don't know. This thing seriously, this thing seriously doesn't know when to quit, does it? Kind of reminds me of too many men I've met over the... Why would you, like, quit with that now, in the middle of all this? Cabin in the Woods monster, oh no! Yeah. Are you seriously making jokes at a time like this? Shut up and run! Jeez, a bit pushy, aren't we, Doc? Don't worry, I'm not going to die here, not like this. Something about Amelia's tone is sure. I don't doubt her. We continue the swift flight down the passage. My heart rate continues to climb. I'm not sure how much longer I can keep up the pace. Slowing down isn't an option. We hear large debris falling behind us, and the roar is only growing louder as it begins to close in on us. The cave-in following us feels more like a predatory beast than a simple force of nature. Fabian got squashed then, probably. For sure, like, he's been pancaked. We are the prey and the predator is nature itself. This is not a battle we can win, only one we can hope ends of its own accord. What's going on? What kind of cave-in is this? Just as Lyra is uttering the words, we hear the roar emerge behind us. A roar that is like the final surge of a wounded warrior on the battlefield. Can't outrun it any longer. Brace yourselves! At Lyra's cry, we turn back to see the advancing wave as we prepare ourselves for impact. In the darkening roar, as the darkening roar approaches, all I'm left with is the empty sense of absurdity of it all, and a fool's hope that I might somehow survive. Death, it is here. In before Sandworm, it's Shai Halud. We're about to Lisan Al-Gaib all over the place here. Yet silence is all that descends upon us. I await the impact that never arrives. I'm alive. We ran just far enough. Excellent. I breathe in some of the loosened dust, causing me to momentarily choke as I cough to clear my lungs. I regain my breath as the dust slowly begins to dissipate, with disbelief and relief washing over me at the same time. Hey, did any of you guys die on me? No, I'm fine, somehow. I didn't die on you, I died over here. I'm okay too. Looks like we got just far enough away. That was close. Too close. I don't know if I should feel grateful or grieved. The fact that this happened is senseless, but it could have been far worse. But we're not out of the woods yet. We still don't know how serious this is. Fabian, you there? Amelia calls out for a voice I know won't answer. Where is Fabian? I lost him back there. I think he must have tripped or something. Why didn't you go back and help him? I did, and then I died. Why didn't you? It's because you ran so far ahead with the light, I wasn't able to go help him. How was I supposed to? Yeah, you just took off and left both of us. Don't tell me off for taking off without him. At least I know he fell behind. You didn't even know. Before we can continue, Amelia cuts in decisively. All right, settle down. No use blaming each other now. It all happened too quickly for any of us to think anyway, and yet it went on for several minutes. You're right. We spend a moment's silence, contemplation, waiting for the dust around us to settle. Besides, the caving could have happened further down the tunnel from him, between the two of us after we made some distance. And might not have caved in backwards toward him. We don't know. He could make it back to the elevator now. For the moment, the cave-in seems to have stopped. We'll have to figure out what to do next. We have to go back and look for Fabian. Without a flashlight, he has no hope of making it through all this rubble. It won't be safe, but you're right, he doesn't have much of a hope if we don't go back for him. Are we sure this is the right call? I'm sure. The only reason I kept going was I thought I'd come back for him with light. Even if it's dangerous, we can't abandon him. Right then, I agree, as long as you understand what you're getting yourselves into. Damn it, Amelia, you were supposed to protect us all! I know. Even that squashed jerk. He's ketchup now. There haven't been any more rumblings. I think we should be safe now. Safe is too strong a word, but we should be okay if we take it slow. We have to assume that all the rocks underfoot are unstable as we go. Alright, let's head out. Yeah, we don't want to fall down any sinkholes. Following Lyra's flashlight, we slowly make our way over the mounds of fallen rock. Some sections are so filled with debris that the tunnel opening becomes tight to fit through, while other sections are more sparse. With the instability of the mounds, safe travel... Ah! Damn, I just clicked the right button. So we know what clicking the right button does. Sometimes my finger that sits on my right mouse button twitches, and that happens. Safe travel takes time. Oh, shh. Lyra mistakenly steps on a loose rock, sending stones streaming down the pile, threatening to pin her ankle in the flow. Watch out. He's called Ash. Ash Ketchup. Hey, and we gotta catch them all here, so let's go. I quickly thrust my hand out, grabbing her arm and pulling her back upright out of the stream and toward myself. Her momentum sends her into my chest. She braces herself against me. Oh, Doctor. This is hardly the time. Thanks. Sure, no problem. Okay. Don't revitalize my fear that this is in fact a porn game. Please don't. Grabs her arm. Right. It's round and soft for some reason. Ah! Sorry. Well, this is awkward, though not totally unwelcome. Alright, that's enough. Move it, you two. Get a room later. We carefully said we might be on our way to scrape a man off the cave floor here. This is hardly the time. We carefully advance through the sea of stone, one cautious step at a time. There's no signs of additional collapses, and we grow less anxious of the thought as time passes. We didn't have time to run that far. He's got to be around here somewhere. Fabian! Fabian! We begin calling his name and awaiting a response. The section looks familiar. It must have been near here somewhere. Anyone got a scraper? And a bucket? Just as I have this thought, I'm interrupted by Lyra's strained voice. No. Oh boy. Lyra can only repeat the one word over and over. I follow her eyes and the flashlight streaks to the source of her shock. Ooh, yeah, he dead. Ah! Lyra's pain scream echoes amongst the cold stone. I can't even register the sight before me. Before me is the sight unlike anything I've ever faced before. Before me is the lifeless corpse of Fabian. A cold wave of shock courses through my body. Looks familiar when everything caved in and can't look remotely similar anymore, yeah. It can't be true, can it? But despite my wishes, there's no doubt. I can't deny the truth in front of my eyes. Even without checking for a pulse, I can tell the body before me is simply a shell. Probably because, you know, he's bent in an awkward angle and his eyes are just kind of glazed over and open. He didn't make it. Fabian is dead. Well, what a shame. Am I responsible for this? Could I have saved him if I hadn't stopped when he was struck by that rock? No. No, you couldn't. We tried that, dude. We already did that. We died with him. This all started because we took that little crystal, I'm sure of it. And that wasn't a choice, though. That just kind of happened, right? We didn't get to choose that. The only choice we've had before this was exposing Lyra or not. Amelia or not. Lyra checks for a pulse despite the obvious, but shakes her head in resignation. Silence envelops us all as we try to come to terms with the horror of what we stumbled into. I didn't know Fabian very well before today. I had only spoken with him a handful of times in the lead up to this trip. Even so, a pit opens in my stomach at the senseless loss of life before my eyes. The silence stretches, heavy with shock, until Lyra's voice finally cuts through it. Wait, what is that? He was killed by Horus. On the ground next to the body lies a knife. What on earth? The design is simple yet oddly shaped. I have never seen a knife like it. Yet it's not the aspect of the design that catches my eye. What is the symbol on the blade? Something about the taunting eye grates at me. It's haunting and entirely out of place in the scene. Looks familiar, but I don't know what it means. I do. That symbol? Oh, it's the Eye of Ra. I thought it was Horus. I thought Horus was the eye. Okay, I apparently don't know my Egyptian mythology. I've watched Stargate, I should know these things. It's the Eye of Ra. The Eye of what? A symbol of an ancient Egyptian god. The Eye of Ra symbolizes destructive power and retribution. Retribution, are you sure? Growing up, my little sister and I were obsessed with ancient civilizations, and Egypt was the most fascinating of them all. It is Horus. Was Horus and Ra the same, though? Are they like two names for the same god? You know, like you have Zeus and Jupiter. I don't think they are. Like, Horus is the son of Ra, isn't he? I don't remember anymore. It's been a long time since I looked at that kind of stuff. My brain is a bit like a sieve. I know things, but I lose things very easily as well over time. And yet, I can remember what I had for breakfast 12 years ago to this day. Oh, wait. Is it Ra? It probably is. I would imagine the game is right, so I just got it wrong. I always thought that Horus's symbol was an eye, but no, the Eye of Ra also sounds very familiar, so it's probably the other way around. He killed a ton of space marines. Just googled, Horus is the other way around and the pupil looks different. Oh, okay, so they both have an eye, so I was kind of right. But yeah, it's the, or I guess it's one side and the other side. So. Yep, I'm sure. Lyra's frightened expression catches my eye. There's something so profoundly off about this whole event, my mind hasn't even processed it yet. This isn't the same for Lyra. This has hit her hard. Why is that symbol on this knife? We're nowhere near Egypt. You know, we have this thing called travel, where people can move around and they can bring things with them from other places. It's great. Have you ever heard of this place called the British Museum? That's nowhere near Egypt either, but they've got a lot of Egyptian shit there. I'm telling you, it's crazy. One of these days, they're just going to pull up with a giant flatbed and take one of the pyramids away with them. It's weird. But they just can't help themselves. But why is it right next to Fabian? Maybe it was his. Maybe he was like, you know, he just liked it. It was like, dude, on a trip to Egypt, he bought it and he's just had it with him ever since. We don't know. Don't read too much into this. I'm sure this is fine. Yeah, British Museum. What they don't have, I know, right? Amelia bends down next to Fabian's body to take a closer look. There's a sharp gouge in his leg here. It's probably what caused him to fall behind. Yo, somebody stabbed him in the leg with a knife. Also, when we went back for him, though, I still have to go back to the whole, why did you, and he kind of trailed off. It's like, did we do that shit? We already just said we both loved Egyptian shit. The main character and his sister loved that shit growing up. What if this was his? What if he's losing his mind? What if he's going insane? And he just, like, stabbed the dude in the leg and carried on running and then was like, oh no, he fell behind him. Amelia bends down. Take it easy, you. Back in your box. Why don't they have something acquired legitimately? Yeah. Probably nothing British at the very least. I have never actually been in the British Museum, but I don't think they have any, like, I mean, they probably have British artifacts as well. They'll be like, yeah, this is the throne that, you know, Henry VIII sat on or some shit, you know. They'll have that kind of stuff, I'm sure. But you never know, maybe not. They want anything but British. There's a sharp gouge in the leg, probably what caused him to fall behind. Do you think it was done by this knife? Where's the blood? It soaked up the blood. It ate the blood. Oh. Yeah, throne probably acquired from slave Indian labor or something. Yeah, no doubt. It's like, yeah, but that's not even British because it was built by other people from somewhere else and then they brought it to England and Then he sat his ass on it and said, "This is mine now." That's what we did. That's entirely what we did all through history. Hi, Ripley. How's it going? We're just talking colonialism and ancient Egypt and other kind of weird stuff. How are you? So was it done by the knife? Amelia pauses and inspects the blade for a moment. Hard to say. A sharp enough rock with the right force could have done this, though it's relatively clean cut, so it would be quite unlikely. The main problem is there's no blood on the knife. Right. The fact that the blade is pristine, like it's never been used. What does this mean? I don't get it. It means it was his and it fell out of his pocket when he got squished by a rock. Let's not overthink this shit. You think someone attacked Fabian? That it wasn't an accident? There's no blood on the knife. Lyra is worked up. She knew Fabian the best, and between the cave-in and coming across his body, it's amazing how well she's handling this. Even with this in mind, it's a serious situation. We have to be honest with her here. We can't afford to be so sensitive that we don't grapple with the reality we're faced with. This is potentially more dire than just the cave-in. And yet, we walked down a dark, rocky passage from an elevator, and nowhere else to go, no side tunnels, nothing like that. With a light shining ahead of us, we came across nobody, and I doubt very much anybody took that elevator ride after us. And came down behind us, and then waited for a cave-in, and then struck. Like, really? A bit convoluted? Iron Wolf moves from the country that robs everybody to the war crime high score. What? Oh. I think Canada's a war crime high score country. You confusing us with another one? Atlas knows the symbol. It must be his knife. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, I feel like this is ours, and he didn't know it. He's probably got some kind of split personality thing going on for all we know. I don't know. Take a moment to think through the options. It's not a war crime the first time. Probably Canada. The Geneva Convention was written around Canada. See, I don't really know that, but I'll take your word for it. But we're straying dangerously close to real politics now, so let's get back to jokes. There's a gouge on the leg, could be caused by a knife. Sitting right next to him is the knife with a strange symbol, yet the knife is clean. I take a moment in silence to synthesize the information before calmly but directly sharing the thoughts. I can think of several options to explain what happened here, which are, well, the first is that the knife was used to attack Fabian but was then cleaned off and left behind. It'd be very strange to clean it then leave it behind. Exactly. Why would you clean the murder weapon but then leave it at the scene? To hide the evidence is just to be easier to take the knife with you. Yes, unless the attacker is trying to send a message by leaving it behind afterwards. That's a good point. Hence the symbol. The cult of Ra has come for him. I stare at the strange symbol contained on the knife. What kind of freak would attack someone and then leave behind a clean knife? And to do that in the middle of a cave-in? Like, that's some hardcore shit. They're like, oh, now's my chance. Then lunge and attack, and then clean off the knife, and then run away and not get killed themselves. Like, If I was stalking this guy, and I was gonna kill him, and the cave-in suddenly started happening, I'd get my ass out of there. I'd be like, yeah, the cave-in's gonna do the job for me. I'm leaving. And if he survives, I'll kill him later. You know, that's not the time to be leaving messages. The emotion in Lyra's voice is palpable. It's a good point. If some bastard attacked Fabian and then left the knife behind to send us a message, surely a bloody knife would be more threatening? Yes. Unless the whole point was to leave us in wonder and mystery. They're both right, it would be unusual, but we can't rule out that there was an attacker and that they may have had their own reasons for doing this that we yet don't understand. And my question is, where was the attacker hiding? This leads us to another similar option, which we started touching on just now. The knife might not have been used in the attack directly, but instead its purpose was only to send the message to the rest of us. If either of those options are true, wouldn't that mean there's someone else in the cave nearby who planned this? Yes, a wave of fear rushes over me at the thought. If someone left his knife, then surely they have to be nearby. For all we know, there could be someone watching us right now. Where? We're in a tunnel. A cave tunnel. I won't mention this to the girls. I don't want to unnecessarily scare them. It's hard to know who left it and what their motive was, if this is true. I wouldn't be too concerned, though. What? How could you not be concerned? Because I don't think this is right. I think there's a much simpler explanation. A final option I can think of, and the one I think is most likely, is this. It could be Fabian's knife and fell out of his pocket in the midst of a cave-in. Fabian's knife. The option makes it the most sense. It explains how the knife got here and why there's no blood on it. It also means we don't have to think about there being a killer around, nor some weirdo trying to send us cryptic messages. It means Fabian's death, as tragic as it is simply the result of a freak natural incident. Are you aware of Fabian having such a knife, Lyra? I'm not, but it's not like I knew everything about him. I've only worked here for a few months. I don't have a habit of going through his pockets every day. Still, it'd be pretty strange to be carrying such a big and weird knife around. You're doing pretty good, just getting ready to smoke some steaks all day long. Nice. Picked up a bag of hickory and some tomahawk steaks. Crazy cheap? Nice. Oh, enjoy those. That's true, it's a bit oversized. It's to be just a utility knife. Is there a case for it in one of his pockets? Yeah, because, like, is there a sheath? Look, it's unsheathed. He's not just going to walk around with an unsheathed knife in a pocket. That's a good way to stab yourself in the leg. It's a good point. No way he would carry around a sharp knife without a case. If it's Fabian's, he'd need a sheath for it. Let's see. Looked at the evidence for a sheath in the pocket and around the body. We continue the search in the surrounding rock in case the sheath was separated from the knife in the midst of the chaos and the falling debris. Nothing. Possible we just haven't found it yet and it's still here somewhere. But it'd take forever to search under every rock in this area entirely. Yeah, you're right. All three options are still on the table and they all pose a major problem for us. Any one of them could be possible. Even though the last option seems the most likely, we simply don't have the evidence to be sure. I also have to own my bias. Every part of me wants the last option to be true, mainly because of the horror that would come from either of the other two options being true. There's a fourth option they're not considering. A supernatural entity solidified itself in this tunnel, caused the cave-in as a distraction, and then wrought its vengeance and destruction upon Fabian, and then left the knife behind. That's the fourth option. Well, what do we do from here? I don't like the idea of leaving him like this, but we don't even understand how dire our situation is yet. Plus, we don't want to interfere with a potential crime scene. She's right. As inhumane as it might feel, leaving him here like this might actually be the best option for now. We're really going to just leave him like this? I can hear pain in Lyra's voice. She's doing so well to hold it together, but this is life-threatening to break her. I need to reassure her. It doesn't feel right to just leave him, I agree with you, but look at it this way. We have our duty to make it back to the surface without disturbing the scene. Once we make it back, we can get the authorities to look over all of this, and then take his body for a proper burial. Lyra's face twisted in a pained frustration. After a few moments in thought, her face softens as she lets out a sigh of resignation. Okay, I understand. We have to make it back out for now, for Fabian's sake. What about base camp? Were there people there? Should we maybe go check on them as well? We know that section of the tunnel isn't crushed in. At least we hope not. She speaks out loud for her own hearing, stealing a resolve. Alright then, the first thing to figure out is if the cave-in affected our way out of this place. Let's see if the elevator's still working. I mean, I personally would be like, fuck that, we're going back upstairs. I don't want this. As the two set out ahead of me, I picked up the knife to inspect it one last time, getting my fingerprints all over it. I turned it over to inspect the other side, which reveals a mirror image of the blade's symbol. There's Horus. But the pupil's probably, like you said, a bit different, right? So... the lighting the smoker is proving quite a problem. It's extremely windy today. We had sleety snow over here. So if you're just dealing with wind, that's okay. Yeah, look, it's Horus's eye. Yeah, there we go. See, I was right. The Horus's eye is on the knife. I just didn't see it yet. Technically, I was correct. I think you'll find I was technically correct. Alright. What could this mean? With many lingering thoughts, I place the knife back down and follow the others along the trail. We have reached the end of the demo! Yay, I kind of wondered if this would be like the end. Cool. The journey is really only beginning. You soon meet the rest of the cast of characters also trapped by the cave-in, followed by the... well, you'll have to see for yourself when the time comes. You can wishlist the game now on Steam and connect with us on Discord. Give us feedback, theorycraft, get updates for the full release. Sounds good. No snow yet. I'm surprised the rain we saw last night didn't turn to snow. I don't think we got any. If we did, it had already dried up. It didn't look icy out there this morning. But we were supposed to get frozen rain overnight, and I don't think we got it. And then we got the leftover of it today, probably. Okay, well that's cool. All right, so guys, this has been a playthrough of Advent Dawn, the demo on Steam's Neckfest. It's by Spire Games. As it said, they have Discord, they have a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. I might even keep an eye on it. Right now, we have no release date, we just have a coming soon. There's no current reviews for it either. So if you like what you've seen, go ahead, hit the wishlist button over there. And keep an eye on this game. Let the devs know that you're interested in it. And thank you very much for watching this demo, guys. We're going to check a few more out as well, so keep your eye on the channel.